40% from three-point range. That's a big deal in the starting lineups here.
And this current starting lineup, they're 7-0, and all 5 starters scored in double figures last time against Idaho. That's the first time that all 5 starters have scored in double figures since February 13th of 2010 against the San Jose State Spartans. So very productive group, the starting 5 for the Aggies. And of course, head coach Stu Morrill's done a terrific job here at Utah State, closing in on 360 wins with the Aggies, but is getting close to 600 career victories all time. He is 53-4 at home in the month of January, and he is 16-1 against San Jose State. So here we go. It's going to be controlled by Utah State. Butterfield gets it quickly to Marcel Davis, the true freshman from American Fork, Utah.
Well, you don't see Keyshawn lose many tips. He's so athletic and so quick. And that's what happened immediately with Brown. You can see the link. He's one of the leading shot blockers in the WAC, number 44.
And he has it now. Quickly up ahead to DJ Brown, the sophomore. Meddling back defensively, and Brown's able to score. DJ Brown, the sophomore from Los Angeles.
Now, Marcel Davis against Idaho had 4 assists and 0 turnovers. And he started the game off with a turnover there. You wonder about that freshman wall, if he can get through that, not let things like that bother him emotionally.
Reed, deep shot, doesn't go. Butterfield right there. And it goes in for Spencer Butterfield, the junior out of Loomis, California. Tied up at 2.
Well, you talk about Butterfield. He's a guy you got to box out, Michael. He's going to crash the boards. A very good rebounder, a great nose for the ball. He'll get a lot of offensive rebounds. He's active.
Here's Cunningham working on Reed. Ball knocked away. Ball on the floor. Body's on the floor. It's going to be a held ball. So he'll stay here with the Spartans. How about our automatic car credit keys of the game, Brooks?
Well, you talk about the keys, Michael, for San Jose State. Post defense, transition points. And for Utah State, they've got to play Team D. They've yet been able to stop scores. Let's see if they can get out and guard somebody and then make the field goals count. See if they can shoot a high percentage. They haven't shot a high percentage in their last 2 home games.
Brown misses on the 3. Butterfield, another board for him. Already 2, but nearly turns it over as LeVan Pennington knocked it out of bounds.
Almost like Butterfield handed it right to Pennington, trying to get the ball into Keyshawn. You see Utah State's gone to the post immediately on 2 possessions. They tried to post up Marcel Davis. Also, maybe they feel like they got a mismatch with Davis on Brown.
Getting inside here is Jared Shaw. The jump hook doesn't go in and out. Coming off a double-double performance where he had 12 points and 12 rebounds. And a major block shot and a dunk. Pennington, the runner, hard off the glass. Another rebound by Shaw. Davis quickly the other end. Misses. The lead right there with a follow-up.
Boy, what a dunk coming from Keyshawn. Another second chance point. Both their buckets have come off second chance opportunities. Speaking of Utah State.
They had 22 second chance points in the win against Idaho last Saturday. And here's a turnover. Going to say that Xavier Jones stepped on the inbounds line.
You know, Marcel Davis is one of those penetrating point guards that immediately looks to attack on the break. And he saw defenders' backs to him and not knowing where they were on the floor defensively. He's able to bust that down.
Butterfield, short, hustles, got it back and scores again. Spencer Butterfield.
Another second chance opportunity. All 6 points are off second chance opportunities for Utah State.
And now the official's going to take time here.
Well, they're having problems with the scoreboard. The official scoreboard still says 2-2. But you take a look at Keyshawn Reed, Michael. Boy, Marcel Davis, see the early offense? Go up with the left hand, and the shot blockers are there. But Keyshawn, good follow in the throwdown.
Reed played 35 minutes, 17 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist with 3 blocked shots in the win against Idaho. Now has a team-leading 14 dunks after that follow-up.
Yeah, it starts with Marcel Davis. I mean, great penetration. Probably should finish that, but it puts your offensive guys in great position to get a rebound and to follow it up. And they're still having problems here at the scoreboard. the sideboards are saying 2-2 and 18:48 on the clock, and it's 17:08. It should be 2-6.
So while they figure things out, we'll step aside. Back after this, Aggies leading 6-2 early in the first half. Everything seems to be in order now. 6-2, Utah State on top of San Jose State. 17:08 left, and we're ready to play ball once again. A number of clock issues on Saturday, too. Not off to a good start in terms of that. Spartans scoring the first 2 points. Aggies have scored the next 6. Looking inside, Reed with a nice defense. You can tell if that was a lob. And the tip goes in.
Well, there's your man Cunningham. I mean, you see him just active around the rim. You see why he averages close to 10 rebounds a game. I mean, there's 2 offensive rebounds on that possession.
Scored 11 points, 9 rebounds. And there's a shot erased by Alex Brown, the top shot blocker in the conference now with 39. 3 ball is good by DJ Brown. Now a quick 5-0 run by the Spartans, and they're up by 1.
Boy, DJ set his feet. The left-hander is able to let it fly. It starts with the block shot coming from Alex Brown. Alex Brown is a very athletic post player, 6'11", 44, and he can just jump and get up in a hurry.
Reed lost it going up. Here's Davis for 3. Back iron. And tracking it down is DJ Brown. Jones with Medlin back. Puts it up off the glass. Doesn't fall. Shaw with the rebound. Davis again looking to push. They want him to be aggressive, but don't turn the ball over. Here's Reed. Steps out. Rims out. Another rebound by Cunningham.
All the Aggies' points have come off second chance putbacks. They've been able to crash the offensive rebound. They haven't been able to get a good look, or get their baskets to fly. Still not shooting a high percentage. Shooting 30% in the early goings of this ball game.
Here's Brown, gives it up to DJ Brown. No relation, it says in their game notes. Brown got it again, needs help. Back outside. Shot clock down to 5. Brown's got it with 3. Splits the double. The runner is no good, and Butterfield comes up with another board. Spencer Butterfield, they love how he plays with confidence and how he rebounds. Inside the Jared Shaw. Oh, nice positioning by Shaw. That's too easy for the big fella.
I immediately look over at Coach Morrow, and he's applauding Shaw. That's what I need you to do. Get the ball early down to Shaw, down low, and then see how much better that was with Shaw. Using his body and his strength and getting close to the basket and making that jump hook that much easier. That's a great position and play coming from Shaw, but defensively you got to get a stop.
Xavier Jones able to knock down the jump shot. Out of Gary, Indiana. Did not score in the last game on Tuesday against New Orleans. But comes up with a shot here as Spartans lead 9-8. Back inside the Spectrum, it's a beard out here. Twofold reason. One is they want to get more juice and energy inside the Spectrum. They thought that might do it with the student section. The other thing is it's kind of an ode to Preston Medlin. You can see he's got a nice, that's more than a 5 o'clock shadow. That's nearly a full beard.
Coach Morrow, I believe he's got a couple grooming rules. But I also think he's superstitious.
A 13-1 start, that'll do that. Go ahead, Preston. You rode a little bit longer.
You're holding that win streak down. It doesn't look sloppy.
No, it looks good.
Looks good.
Well groomed. So Aggies down 1, and Davis turns the ball over for the second time. Been doing such a nice job of taking care of the basketball. Last 7 games, I think he's averaging close to 5 assists as Roland checks in for Marcel Davis.
And this might be the very beginning of a freshman wall that coaches talk about. Hopefully he can pull out of it and find a way to get back into this ball game because he's so effective when he's on the court. But tell you what, Snell Roland's been playing really well as of late as well.
Shot way off is Utah State with a chance here to take the lead. Here's Roland. Butterfield. Done a nice job rebounding recently for Utah State. Back outside to Reed. Going to kick it to Medlin, and it's over the backboard. Spartan ball. 13:37 left in the first.
The Aggies still yet to connect on a three-pointer. I think they're 0 for 4 to this point.
And that was a big statistic against Idaho. I think at one point, Brooks, 1 for 12 from three-point range.
And they're shooting about 9% at one point, and they're only shooting 33% here tonight. So,
but Preston hit the big one to send it into overtime. Brown's going to get credit for that. Alex Brown, he had the shot block earlier. Here's a guy who averages 6 points, 5 rebounds, but is playing better as of late, coming off a 13.8 rebound performance against the Privateers of New Orleans. They're going to get Shaw here with a walk.
Shaw's got a little happy feet. You know, they run the dribble play to get the ball right down into Shaw. He got a little too happy. You know, sometimes he looks down when he dribbles the ball, kind of bends over and gets in an unbalanced position. You know, you got to keep your stance wide and strong and keep that balance so you don't have the defender fall out and force you to travel like that.
Butterfield checks out with 4 points and 4 rebounds. Marvin Jean checking in for the first time. A whistle and a foul underneath. It's going to be called on Utah State. They're going to get Jared Shaw. He's still kind of holding his jaw.
No, Jared's arms were straight up down there. I wonder if they felt like they got him with the body, or maybe he leaned over.
But took an elbow.
He took the left elbow from Cunningham. Cunningham, 240 pounds, 6'9". It's a big body.
Makes good on the first free throw, shooting 73% on the year from the charity stripe. Coach Morrill calls him an inside presence, big wide body, skilled, can score with either hand.
Yeah, he's a big bruiser down low. That's the type of post players that coaches love to coach. Somebody plays with a lot of aggression, not afraid to be physical, and really crash the boards. Anytime you got a guy averaging 10 points and 10 rebounds, or right close to that.
George Nessman, 8th year, graduate of Cal back in '81. Only coach in the conference with 2 master's degrees. How about that?
Boy, well schooled.
One of those intelligent guys. Already they've equaled their win total from a season ago and 2 years ago. They had their first winning record in 17 seasons. Gene going to repost. Keyshawn Reed off glass.
Keyshawn wants the ball right now in the low block. I believe he feels like he's got a mismatch on Stephon Smith. And a nice little two-man game. It wasn't there the first time. You kick it back out there. It wasn't the cleanest feed coming into Keyshawn that time. I'll tell you what, he went up with that great move back to his right shoulder with the left hand. That's a patent move that Keyshawn's really good at.
It was blocked by Rowland. Utah State getting another block shot. They had several against Idaho. Medlin to Reed, going to swing around to Rowland. Thought about it. I'm going to run some offense. Medlin had 22 in that clutch 3 to send it into overtime. 19 of those coming after half as Medlin able to draw the foul. That's what he did against Idaho. Didn't shoot so well, but then got to the line and got his points from the free throw line and then got it rolling in overtime. 13-10, Spartans on top. 11:33 left in the first. 13-1, third best start in program history. Only the 04 team that started 20-1 and the 09 team that started 24-1 have had better starts for the Aggies. In an early appearance by Jordan Stone, who played so well in the second half in the game against Idaho, Brooks.
Well, I think Coach Morrill's challenged his bigs to be physical because he knows teams are going to come at him with another level of physicality. And Jordan stepped up to that challenge against Idaho. You know, I thought he did a tremendous job against Kyle Barone in the second half of that ball game defensively that really took Barone out of the game.
And Medlin, a 78% free throw shooter, knocks down both. He had that key block when Utah State really needed to stop, and then a key bucket, also with 3 rebounds. So normally it's Lopez, but they're going to go with Stone tonight as the first big guy off the bench.
But the Aggies, after made baskets or made free throws, they really like to get into their half-court zone. And you see, that's immediately what they did is three-quarter court pressure, then drop back into the half-court zone, and you can see they're forced him to take an early three.
Yeah, Pennington missed on the three. A whistle and a foul is going to be called on the Spartans. Stephon Smith, the sophomore from Dallas, Texas, who was a starter a season ago. Going to call Stephon with a reach there.
Well, he just slapped at Keyshawn. That looked like it might have had all ball and went off Keyshawn's leg. So see if the Aggies can execute an out-of-bounds play right here.
Rowland gets it into Medlin. Finds Marvin Jean open. And he knocks down the triple. Medlin to Jean. And the Aggies are on top by 2.
You know, Marvin Jean shooting 42% from downtown. A tremendous three-point shooter. You know, he's a shooter off the bench and can, you know, give you a little spark off the bench. Great penetration from Medlin, kicking out to the wing.
And then he pulls up and hits. Well, Preston Medlin last several minutes.
You know, that's his shot.
Well.
If you get him an on-ball screen and he can get open on the junction right there, that's a shot he's going to knock down. A tremendous shooter in the half-court set.
Smith going at Stone, missed it. Cunningham right there with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Boy, 6 early points for Cunningham, and 2 of them have come on the offensive glass. Just a battler, a bruiser down low.
6'9", 240, a junior. He's a transfer from Santa Clara. 2-point Aggie advantage as we're inside 10 minutes to play in this first half. Jean hit a 3 moments ago, has it now. Ball knocked around, goes out of bounds, and the Aggies turn it over. 4th turnover committed by Utah State. They did so well taking care of the basketball the last 2 games. Matter of fact, against Idaho, a season-low 6 turnovers already with 4 here in the first half.
Credit San Jose really getting after you defensively and pressuring the guards. You know, they pressured Tennille, they pressured Marvin Jean, trying to get them out of their offensive flow and take away their easy looks at the basket.
DJ Brown got off to a good start, then he's been quiet. 5 points. Peeking inside to Cunningham. Jones going to force one up and gets the friendly bounce here at the Spectrum.
Xavier Jones, a little ball fake and a shot over Medlin. Medlin played straight up D, didn't want to jump and draw the foul.
Getting some time because Garrett and Kenny not playing here tonight. Tied up at 17. Medlin was short on the jumper. DJ Brown, another rebound. Jones with the drive. Beautiful scoop shot. Doesn't fall as Reed tracks it down in the corner. Quickly to Rowland. Stone running with him. Rowland going to take it the distance and draws the foul. And Tennille Rowland now will head to the free throw line. Chance to give Utah State the lead.
Stone was out quick on the break, and a good decision by Rowland because Brown was back. And I don't know if you want your 6'11", 270-pound big fella catching the ball about 15, 20 feet away from the hoop. You know, you've got DJ Brown backpedaling. He's got to make a decision and commit to a defender. So you know you can probably draw that foul. Good decision coming from Tennille Rowland.
Yeah, why put your 6'10" guy in a difficult situation there? Instead, he took it as Ben Clifford checks in as Keyshawn Reed sits on the bench.
And you take a look at Ben Clifford, and he's kind of been the glue off the bench. We've talked about it every game. He's been one of those guys that comes in and gives you a solid, 7 to 10 minutes of a ball game. Averages close to 11, I guess, somewhere, about 12 to 15 minutes a game, and does a good job of just doing what coaches ask him to do. One thing I'd like to see him do a little more of is start making his baskets, because we know he's a good shooter. Just hasn't found his touch from outside this year yet. Not the 15 to 18 foot range. He was so dangerous a year ago.
Here's DJ Brown back outside. Pennington. Tough shot. Back iron. Clifford got his hand on it. Here's Rowland. Gives it up to Medlin. Skip past to Jean, who can't control it. And Utah State turning it over for the 5th time.
Yeah, 5 turnovers here in the first half of this first half of basketball. And right there, Marvin Jean, you catch the ball 2 hands. Now, probably could have been a little more crisper pass coming from Medlin. Is that cross-court pass? You got to put a little mustard on it to get it across the court. But catch that ball with 2 hands, then shoot.
Lynn Moore, the senior out of Oakland, California, went to St. Mary's High School. just 1 minute. Really didn't have any stats in the game against New Orleans on Tuesday. But again, because Garrett and Kenny not here, he's getting some extra playing time.
Well, that's his first basket of the year.
Medlin knocks down the three.
And another on-ball screen, threes Preston Medlin, and that might have to be the offense. Set a lot of on-ball screens, and as soon as they start jumping, Preston, you roll to the basket and you get a dunk.
7 for Medlin. Under 7.5 to play, first half. Smith. Pennington misses everything. Rowland comes up with it. Utah State looking to run. Rowland. Wild shot. Last touch, I think, by Clifford, got a hand on it. And now wholesale substitutions coming in for the Aggies. When you come back, 7:03. Utah State by 2, 21-19. Thanks to Preston Medlin. Looking back inside the Spectrum, Utah State 9-1 at home. The only loss was to St. Mary's. Seems like forever ago. St. Mary's coming up short last night against Gonzaga in WCC contest. But that's their only home defeat so far for the Aggies. Obviously played well at home, and that's nothing new with Coach Stu Morrill.
No, they've been so dominant here in this building, and this is about the fullest I've seen. In fact, there's probably more here tonight than was here during St. Mary's. It looks like the student section's about all the way full. But I'll tell you what, the shot blocking ability of Alex Brown, number 44, is really taking his toll on the Aggies. That last play by Tennille Nolan before he went to commercial, he was bothered by Brown under there and completely shot it high off glass.
Cunningham misses the shot. Shot another rebound. Marcel Davis checking back in for Coach Morrill.
And DJ Brown, you can tell he's been challenged to get up into the grill of Marcel Davis. You look, he's guarding him awful close, trying to slap at the ball and force a turnover.
Looking inside. Shaw back outside to Davis. Clifford back to Davis. Everything perimeter so far. Here's Davis on a drive. Butterfield with 2 on the clock. Gets the roll. And then a little fist bump afterwards.
No, good idea coming from Marcel Davis. He saw Brown rotate over. I just got done talking about his ability to block shots. Thought he was going to come alter another shot, and a nice little kickoff to Butterfield. Butterfield with the shooter's touch gets the easy one to roll.
Now with 6 points. Here's Cunningham going at Clifford. Medlin comes over. Wild shot. Tip does go. Wow.
That might be the second tip in tonight for Jared Shaw. Shaw's got 2 points for the Aggies and might have 4 for the Spartans. Remember earlier he was going for a rebound that was knocked out of his hands into the rim.
Under 5.5 to play, first half. Clifford on a drive. Left it short, but Shaw right there. Missed it. Point blank. Utah State able to get it back. Second chance opportunity.
Shaw really didn't realize how open he was. Right there, you're 6'11". Go dunk that ball. I mean, that's an easy 2.
Throw it down, big man, right? Here's Davis. Inside 5 to play. Goes right at Brown. Lost it. Got it back. Somehow got it the shot. That should be a goaltend, and it will be. So Jared Shaw gets 2 points.
And that's going to credit Marcel with another assist. So another near turnover by Marcel Davis, and he comes up with the assist to Shaw. But take a look on this last play. This is down at the other end. Shaw goes up, tries to grab the rebound, and tips it back into the rim. You know, if you don't have a good enough position to go grab the ball and you're going to tip it, maybe tip it away from the rim. Seemed like all of his motion was going right towards the basket.
Approaching 4.5 to play. Utah State leading by 4. Well played first half, both teams. Moore gets it back outside. Here's Jones on a drive. Oh, what a nifty drive.
Boy, how'd that get in? Somehow put some type of English on it as he got into the zone. Flipped that one up over the rim.
Out of Gary, Indiana, had 10 points against UC Santa Cruz. Got the start tonight. 2-point Aggie advantage with possession. Davis with the runner, doesn't throw. Clifford battles for it. Spartan basketball with 4:01 to play as Keyshawn Reed will enter into the ball game.
I like the idea of of Marcel Davis, a nice little floater. They got a double screen on him, an on-ball screen. I believe it was Shaw out there that set the screen. Right now, credit the defense of San Jose State. They're doing a tremendous job defensively, getting out and guarding the guards and being very physical down low. They're attacking the rebounds.
Williams gets in the lane and can't finish. Danced around, but danced out. Here's Medlin back the other way. He penetrates. A whistle and a foul, I think, away from the basketball. And get the two bigs battling in the paint. So Cunningham going to be called for the foul. 3:38 left. Aggies by 2. These parts is, why isn't the Spectrum so loud, and how come we're not getting as many people? Well, tonight pretty close to a full house. Kids are finally back in school. They had that winter break. Spectrum's rocking, trust me. Aggies leading by 2, getting it inside. Nice move by Shaw.
Great job by Jared Shaw, just sliding down the lane. Preston Medlin was wide open out of the inbounds play, but he would have been blocked because he had two twin towers by him. As soon as they sucked down on him defensively, he's able to kick it off. That's a great little dish coming from Medlin. And a nice finish by Shaw. He's finishing it much stronger tonight.
Shaw now 6 points and 5 rebounds. Unless
he's wide open, then he just kind of panicked.
Oh, Jones able to hit this one. A floater. Impressed with Xavier Jones.
Boy, playing fantastic. I mean, this guy, he only averages 3 points a game, and tonight he's already got 8.
He didn't score in the game on Tuesday against the Privateers in New Orleans. This one called against the Aggies. Reed picks up just his first personal.
You take a look. Cunningham's really trying to pressure Keyshawn Reed and body him up. That last out-of-bounds play, they were all tangled up, intertwined at the arms, and pushing Keyshawn out of the play so he couldn't set the screen. And right here, Keyshawn's just trying to establish post position.
Spartans shooting 37% from the floor, 25% from three-point range, and are perfect from the free throw line as we're approaching 2.5 to play. Well played first half, both teams. Jones inside to Cunningham. Reed on him, lost it. And Spartan's going to turn over for just the second time.
Not a bad idea defensively coming from Keyshawn. Close out baseline. Cunningham, never leave your feet after you've picked up your dribble. Otherwise, you're stuck. And defensively, that's what they want you to do.
2:15 left, first half. Butterfield, boy, changed his mind in mid-flight and turns it over. The 7th Aggie turnover. Remember, they had 6 the entire game against Idaho, and that game went into overtime.
And the same thing just happened there that happened with Cunningham on the other end of the floor. You leave your feet after you pick up your dribble, not knowing where to take the ball.
Butterfield trying to make up for it, went for that steal. And it will be Utah State basketball.
Well, that's going to be the second personal foul on Alex Brown. He is a raw athlete, Michael. You take a look at how high he can jump. I mean, watch 44 come into your screen. You're going to see him fly right in about right there. And, boy, elbows at the rim. Watching him in warm-ups, he's just a tight-wound spring that can just get off the floor in a hurry. That's why he blocks so many shots and leads the WAC.
Utah State turning it over now for the 8th time. Jones, the pull-up jumper is good. I want to talk about Alex Brown for just a moment. 6'11", 210. He's a junior out of Mount Vernon, Illinois. But as you mentioned, he can jump. He's got some hops, as the kids say. Tied up at 27.
We take a look at that last possession offensively for Utah State. They had Keyshawn Reed down low, and it was Brown that took it away from him.
Shaw missed. Looked like Reed might have had a chance at the rebound. Coach Nesman calls for time. He wants to talk this over. Critical possession here. Game tied at 27 with 1:20 left. The casual George Nesman going tireless again. Seems to be his style here. He was a head coach at the age of 22, Brooks. He's been coaching for over 25 seasons with the Spartans. Talked about it equaled the win total already this year. As you see the last possession shot, a little too strong.
A little too strong. He's got the touch, and there's Keyshawn and Butterfield both crashing the boards. They knocked it out of each other's hands. You got to communicate, and it's tough when you're in a mindset to just go get the basketball and go rebound, which that's what Butterfield does. You know, he's got a great nose for the ball. He's active. Sometimes you got to just pay attention to where your teammates are on the floor. Know where your teammates are in time and possession before you go attack that, knock it loose. But boy, you take a look at this ball game right now. Utah State with 19 rebounds and San Jose only with 13. But what they've done is they've taken the post players out of the game for Utah State. They've had a hard time getting the ball into the post, and then they've done a great job defending the perimeter. Utah State's yet to show that they've got a lockdown defender that can stop somebody from scoring. As Xavier Jones, somebody that averages 3 points a game, has already gone off for 10. But San Jose's doing this without their two best players.
And Lim Moore, who was 0 for 3 for the whole year, has his first bucket here tonight. Saved by Gene. Good defense by Utah State. We're inside a minute to play.
Stephon Smith just let one go.
Medlin the pull-up. Rattles in for Preston Medlin, now with 9.
I like the idea from Preston Medlin. They got the early bucket. Now they're going to at least get one more try at the hoop, one more possession. If they can get a defensive stop here, they might go into the locker room +4.
Well, 2 for 1, 3 ball. I think that hit glass first. Reed comes up with it, trying to get it to Gene, and he's going to turn it over.
You got your 4-man leading the break, and that's a tough bounce pass to make. That's a tough bounce pass to make.
9 turnovers committed by Utah State. Jaleel Williams, the sophomore from Killeen, Texas, checks in.
Without having Kenny and Lewis Garrett here, this is going to force Coach Nessman to go deep into his bench of guys that don't play. Guys that haven't played in 10 games or even played maybe 1 game a year.
Pretty good effort so far by San Jose State, being shorthanded without Lewis Garrett or James Kenny here.
Well, it's been on the defensive end. And I mentioned the Aggies might have another chance offensively. They had a fast break and they throw it away, and now we could be tied up at half because you know San Jose, they're going to get a good look here.
Clock down to 5. Brown's got it. 3 ball again. This one well shy. Medlin won't even put up a shot attempt.
Great closing defensive possession, and hopefully that can carry momentum going into the second half for Utah State. Good defensive stand by Keyshawn Reed. He got a piece of the ball.
Aggies lead by 2. Preston Medlin, a total of 9 points to lead Utah State in scoring.